Hi. I want to give a quick shout out to everyone that's been watching me this far, and cheering for me, rooting me on from the shadows, all that kind of stuff. Um, Doing a lot of like integrating joy because it's one of those things. It's a sure sign that I've changed and like life is changing. Because like it's one of those things I don't have to place anywhere and I don't have to like do anything for. It kind of just arrives, and I just have to have an open space to receive it, right? It's a big deal for me. Shout out to everyone from my hometown and my high school. Never thought I'd get this, huh? Till you do enough of these, you got dreams scattered all across the country. And of course, I'm coming back. Like, I couldn't make it to the 10-year reunion Los Fresnos High School because, like, I don't think I had the money and I don't think I could get time off work. And then it was like, oh, how am I going to get, like, the hotel and shit? It was just, like, a lot for me to do. Like, I had intended on doing it, but I was working at the hospital. I think it was like a month or something, or like 2 months before like a huge trip I was planning. So I was kind of like, so that's why I didn't go to the 10-year anniversary. But I'll probably go to I don't know if it's a 20-year one. I'll just like come back and say hi to everybody. Hi, Warren. Voted best swag. Anyway, here's a funny story. This is actually a beer I found like right over like here. Like I came over here and I had to call a hotline because I was like super dysregulated. And I found this beer in the grass and I just like drank it. It was pretty good. It was delicious at the time. But I can't tell you how frustrating it is to have your weed stash like stolen from. Because like I look around all the time, like, oh my god, that was such a better. Like I look like, oh, that's a good spot. Like I should have just stashed it there. This is a hookup spot apparently. Anyway, come here outside the old asylum. Isn't it cool? Very atmospheric. You gotta understand, like all of like my darkness is now on the outside because it was like on the inside and I like went in and pushed. It was pushing it out, and so it's like obviously on the surface, it's getting better. Like when you guys meet the person I fell in love with, when you see us together, it'll just all make sense. Like how did you change? I met this amazing person, and we started like merging and melding. Like two hands coming together. Like we just kind of do this, and it became like a really beautiful experience and process at the same time because she like conquers all my fears of like, oh, if I'm not like constantly emotionally regulating. No, the way I said it most accurately was like I didn't know how to bond in a relationship outside of like sadness. Like only when things are sad do I feel like really close to another person, and she's kind of showing me that doesn't always have to be the case. Like there's more to a relationship than just the drama, the sad, and it's all psychic. It's all psychic. Um, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been rooting for me. Everyone, I know you guys don't like my fucking Facebook post. You guys don't like my Instagram. You guys don't wish me happy birthday. I thought that was really fucked up. I even put it on my story. Wish me happy birthday. You guys didn't wish me happy birthday. I thought that was fucked up. So yeah, I did unfriend all you guys. So if you want to add me back, you're gonna have to add me back. I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I can do that. And yes, I chose to remain in America. Don't remind me sometimes. Sometimes I'm so goddamn upset about it. I just had to like come to that conclusion again today. Because if I don't want to feel chained to anything. I don't want it to be like I am obligated thus to serve the land and the world that I was born in. Like no. First of all, I'm not from here. I'm from outer space. I was beamed down here. keep thinking there's like weed around somewhere, but I'm kind of just being a little fiend right now. I really want to smoke. Yeah, you guys follow me around enough. You don't get me high. How about that? We're gonna correct that. How about that? We're gonna like federally legalize, federally regulate weed, so I can buy $1 joint and I can get a free joint on my birthday. I'd make that a fucking law. I'd make that a law. Spirit doesn't like me flipping. Spirit doesn't like me giving the finger. It doesn't like me like cussing at people. And like, as Kate and I like meld, I like give her my stoicism. She gives me like her peppy. Because you remember me, like I used to be like that when I was younger. Like it's a hard shell, and it's like breaking. I'm like passing it on. So like I'm not the hermit crab anymore. Like a soft shell crab. Kind of ridiculous. I can't believe it. Like if you're asking how do you do it, I can't believe it. Because it was like super drama at times of like I basically have to live through this day and what I'm feeling, or this is the end. And that was the mentality because I don't know, it did like get me through. And but there were so many other ways I like intentionally put myself in situations for my benefit. Like when I hope you guys can hear me well. Like when I was traveling around the country, I would stop at a town, like particularly in Wyoming and Montana, when I was like on the road for the first time, like traveling in my truck. I would stop at a town and kind of like envision myself, or like look at it through Google Maps and shit like that, and see like, could I live here? Do I see myself happy here? And sometimes it was no. Sometimes like I knew I had to move on, or like, I'd have like a bad experience, like at a gas station or something, and I'd move on, and like wouldn't look back basically. But then there's like my hometown, Los Fresnos and like Brownsville and Corpus, and I'm like, wow, there was a lot of bad experiences. Not directly like from like high school and stuff. It was more of like what I was going through at the time was really bad, and most of the time I didn't even know about it. So now looking back, I'm like, really? It's kind of odd. How did I say it? I don't know if I want to remember how I said it. Going from ironic to iconic, I guess. Is that a way to describe it? It's like a kind of celestial modesty. Because I was literally beamed down from space into this body. I don't know how else to say it. Like January 2nd, 2020, like at that stoplight in Corpus, and like accepting that I was transgender and that the self, the me I was living as needed to go. Like, and so like it was really like from the moon or whatever, like a white light, like straight into my head. And from that birthed this. And like the old me, like ascended, like was in nirvana at that point. And the only reason I'm kind of making this video is because they keep taking the kitchen. And I know they keep assaulting the kitchen because like I can smell it. And if I don't smell as much, I'm like, oh, they're like, it's not as bad. But the hardest things for me to like accept and like believe there's progress is when I'm getting it all through the spirit, my heart, and like inside me, but outside me. It's like I can't stop people from like making me uncomfortable and feeling like the ways I can protect myself are not actually conducive for like my life's betterment. Like getting angry and rage is not actually going to improve my situation very much being honest with my anger will, but like yelling and screaming and like challenging people to fight is not really gonna make my life any better. So I really have to like come with grips with that every time I feel anger. Or like even I got a lot better at this today. I've been crying. You think that it's like I have like a perfect run? I do. Like I it was like a drastic realization. It felt like almost like a panic attack. These trees, so I love red cedar. It's like my favorite tree. I don't think Texas has them, but these are like my favorite trees. Um, like I did, in fact, make a bargain with Lucifer. I did, in fact, like sign a contract and a covenant, like contract and covenant, if you want. Like it depends, like with Father above and the Father below, basically. As like Pluto and the sun and like everything between was like in flux for me. I was like exploring all that. But I just realized today, like, oh my God, I was in so much danger. I was on the tightest like rope. I was like following the snake winding its way through the cosmos. I'm like, dude, all of like my trip ups, all of like my doubts, my second guessing were actually me just like swerving and curling with the snake, like in perfect harmony, in perfect unison. I'm like, it was like hit me and my heart was pounding. I was like, I was like in shock. It finally hit me. I was like, dude, nobody else could do this. Nobody else could have walked this. Like, there's like no other way. The contract was open, like for anybody, but like I signed it, and I knew that like all I had to do was just be authentic. All I had to do was just be honest about it. I don't want to say like be daddy's little princess, but kind of. I'm telling you, I've been called Satan's Barbie. If they make a Barbie doll about me, it has to be like Luciferian themed. Like I don't think that's been done before. There has to be like a Luciferian Barbie, because like there's a lot of ways I'm more accurate to that than I am Christian. But really, like the old school Christian that I'm trying to embody, I guess, for the world, involves like both sides of the equation, like the plus and the minus. So I can suck the weed around here, so that means we can. But look, I don't have a lens in here. It's kind of apropos, isn't it? The land of the blind, the one-eyed girl. And then it's like, Alicia, how did you change? Like, you literally look different. It was like, it's a lot of mindset, it's a lot of like trauma clearing and just process. Can I say it like that? Process. Oh, here's what I'm reading. I just started reading this. It's at the library. It's at the little bookshelf here. I basically like don't really go out. I haven't gone out in like 3 weeks. Basically since I moved to like I have like the upgraded version of the homeless shelter. I'm in like the house where I have like roommates and it's like a room. It has its own bathroom that I share. But there's the kitchen, the biggest thing, and it's like it's like bigger. It's not like a dorm. Like I'm out of boot camp. I'm in officer camp. If you want to look at it like that. Like I'm in the Air Force now. That's probably the most accurate way to say it. I'm no longer like with the Marines and the Army. I'm now with the Air Force. And I can like cook my own food. So yeah, just a shout out to all my fans, and you're gonna hear like all the stories surrounding what's happening to me, and like everything behind the scenes, and how much the people that made themselves my enemies wanted me to be a certain way, and they're gonna find me like with dyed hair doing cosplay with my girlfriend. Like nothing happened. Because in reality, every time I reach a new version, I'm like letting go. I'm not like taking it back in me. It's like all of me inside me is light. It's like pushing everything out. So I'm like precious darkness. What am I gonna do? My personality, like, what am I gonna do? I'm like the light being me. Come on, man. Me? Like I could have been so edgy. It could have been like Edge Lord Queen. No. I'm gonna be like unicorns and fluffy dresses. I don't know about heels. I don't feel very comfortable. I like physically like comfortable. And I thought for a long time like I wanted to be like chubby mama, like thick, like 220, 250 pounds, like just big girl. But I kept thinking about it. Like, first of all, my body doesn't want to do that. Like, every time I would like gain a little weight, I think the most I've ever weighed is like 185. Every time I gain a little, my body just like purges and it's like hurts and like it just doesn't like it. And like I lose functionality. So I'm probably gonna be like fit, like maybe not buff, but like fit. Because I want to do like action movies. I want to be like an action star. Like I want to do my own stunts and shit as much as I can, without being like ridiculous. Like, hey, do 20 backflips in a row. It's like, okay, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I love my hands were like the first thing that changed when I was transitioning, and I remember it like happening. That like, oh my god, I have girl hands. I love my hands. That's why I'm so crafty. Um, there's a little bug on my phone. I like little bugs. Let's see, can I get it with my finger? Little bug. See my fingernail? Oh, he disappeared. That's okay. Probably phased into a different reality. I know that feeling. You're gonna love my partner. Everyone's gonna love my partner. You're gonna love seeing us together. You're gonna love us together. You guys are gonna like giggle and squeal every time you see us like dashing off behind a tree and shit like that. It's just gonna be like really puppy love, very like high school, like schoolyard kind of like holding hands like down and like leaning in to kiss, like matching outfits and skirts. It's just gonna be like that. Like the last girlfriend, I guess, like the last paramour, the last romantic person I was with before Kate, um, I like told her, I was like, I want my lesbian love story and I'm gonna get it. Like, I am determined in my life to get my lesbian love story and I'm not gonna compromise. Because she was pretty jaded, because she'd been through like some bad lesbian relationships and like I'd been through bad like queer relationships. But I was like, I'm going to get my like Coca-Cola lesbian relationship. And I was like so adamant, like I'm gonna leave the country because America doesn't deserve to win. And I had to ask, like, it's not about being a hero. It's not about why. It's not about meaning. It comes to, like, why should I? Like, why do you deserve to win, America? And I asked my grandpa, and my answer that I had was like, I don't know. I don't know. God didn't send me down here for the best outcome. He sent me here for what I wanted to do, what I wanted to happen, because he trusts my judgment. So I'm like extremely careful, like clinical almost, like strategic and like engineering about why X, Y, or Z. Like, why should I remain in a place that has done so much wrong to me? You know, like has institutionalized harm against me, like repeatedly, and has like gone to war every year that I've like been an adult. Like I don't remember a time when America wasn't at war. Maybe the early 2000s, but even then, like we were still in Afghanistan. Like I think we've been at war almost the entire time that I've been alive. But then like everyone simps for the Roman Empire and they did the exact same thing. So it's like, would people in 500 years look back in America and be like, wow, if only they kept trying? Like I'm only thinking about this now, but because at the time it was like, why should you win? I have no reason to let you win. Like I'm rooting for you anyway, because it would mean such a thing to everybody, to the whole world, if you want. And I'll be honest, it's not just the government; it's Americans themselves. Like y'all piss me off. Like so uncultured, and like I'm understanding that as an American, like, wow. First of all, not a lot of Americans read. You don't really see Americans like reading in public. Like New York's, I think a lot of the points of contention. So many points of contention. It's like New York City has not rebuilt like their twin towers. They haven't even like done it, like an equivalent, a social equivalent. And I'm like, how long is your spirit gonna remain like lashed to this tragedy? And like, if I left, and all the stories came out of like all the wrong, like it would just make people so depressed. Like I feel like it would be like a nail in the coffin, not forever, but like for a long time. Like it would be an incredible burden on the American psyche. And it's like, is this the Republic? Like, am I a Jedi? No. Oh my god. Like this is the most reluctant Jedi you have ever met in your life. Like I don't want to be one because I love the Sith. I cannot express how much like I want to be a Sith in the movies. Like there's no way you don't hire me to be a Sith. It's like, you came here to die, like stuff like that. Like just like the anguish and the romance of the figures. And, like I can just flip the switch on it, and I have it in mind like how I want the plot of the movie to go. Like, 'cause I like Daisy Ridley. I do. I like her character. I do. I don't really care about like anything else. I don't really like her being a Skywalker. I think is kind of ridiculous. I'm like, we don't need to have like retcons to make meaning. Like Kylo Ren, like all these characters like are just so like strange and wasteful. If it was just Rey, I think it would have been fine. Like the galaxy and like people's minds do in fact forget magic and religious experiences that quickly. If a Jedi came and left within 2 years time, people would actually forget about it because it feels impossible, because you would go back to the daily grind of life. Like it feels impossible. That's where like I'm like, dude, would I be Revan? I'd be a fantastic Revan. Or would I be Mitra Surik? Like I have such a strong bond to Knights of the Old Republic too. Like I have such strong affinity to these characters. I'm gonna lay in the grass. And I'm like, I just want to be utilized like in the best possible way. But then like I don't want to be some kind of Hollywood exploiter. Like I thought we have to put everything on pause because of all the, like the tragedies been done in America. We have to like grind everything to a halt. Like no movies until everything about Epstein and Weinstein has been done. Like, but then it's like, no, I have conversations with like fictional characters in my head. It's good. Like Ben Affleck's Batman is like the only superhero I want to be around, and like maybe Miss Marvel. No, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's character. I like Brie Larson. Those are like the only two superheroes I'd be with, because I thought about the Thunderbolts for a while, and I'm like, I don't really know what I'd do with you guys. Like, kind of dorky. Like, I don't really know like what we do. And like X-Men seems to be fine. It's basically just Captain Marvel and Ben Affleck Batman. It's like the only two superheroes I want to be around that I would like do movies with. Pretty flower. Look at that. There's so much I have to say. I cannot believe I've been talking for 23 minutes. I'm gonna be so bright and happy and peppy, and you guys are gonna see like such a turnaround. I'm excited.